Hey everybody, Christine Hendricks. I'm doing what I call double tap. I've got Facebook over here on my phone. You can kind of see it in my computer screen if you're on YouTube, because I'm going to post this one up to YouTube. So, what is one thing that you can do that's going to make change in your life? Um, Hi, Leona. So that's my topic. But before I get to that, I would really appreciate tonight if you put in the comments. Hi, Ray. Put in the comments where you're watching from. So I know I know the two people right there right now. I know where you guys are from, but put it in the comments anyways. I think it's going to be cool to see um, where everybody's from. I do have some other people from other parts of the world that watch, so but I don't really know where they're from, so I'd like to see that too. So put in the comments, just type in there, where you're from. So the one thing that's really important. I'm gonna keep it short tonight. The one thing that's really important to hi Karen, drop in the comments where you're from. I like to see that, guys. Um, all right, so oh yeah, you're all distracting me jumping on. I love it. Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it. So, what is that one thing that can really make a big difference? Um, to make change in your life. And that one thing is to be a lifelong learner. And when I wrote the title, I was trying to come up with something to do with. Oh, I didn't flip the screen around. But anyways, this book here is called Start with Why because I know I read this book before, but it was sitting on my son's shelf while I was babysitting this morning, staring at me, and I was like, I need to read that book. Even though I have read that book before, I'm going to learn something new because when you read these kind of things, when you get into doing this kind of stuff, and you could read this book 5 times and probably get something new every time. So excuse me, guys. Um, awesome. Oh, Karen, you're in Brockville. Awesome. um, okay, so being a lifelong learner, but reading books more if you want, you're not sure how you're going to learn or how you're going to change, reading books. And I found getting into um, kind of digging in. Hi, Janice. Digging into a book that it's like, I think so. This book here is called Start with Why. And I'm like, I think maybe I'm having a problem with why because I did a course with Noah St. John. And in that course, he said, uh, what motivates you to do something? And it's like, I know I should do certain things. So if I have my own business, I need to work my business. Well, why aren't I working my business? Well, then that has to do with the why. So the why I want to do my business needs to be more than my why not to do my business. So when I saw this on the shelf, because I struggle with um, motivating myself sometimes, and that's because my why to do it is not as strong as my why not to do it. And the why not to do it might be not as good as the why to do it, but I need to have that why to do it more clearly. And so I'll make that change. So that is why I want to reread this book. And so relationships, if I want to make an improvement in my relationship, and here's the funny thing, this actually happened, true story. So I started reading on personalities, not realizing it was going to make a difference in my relationship, but I read the Personality Plus book and learned, hey, this is my personality, this is my husband's personality, and it helped me really appreciate his down to earth, detailed, concern type personality. So, when he says, don't forget, to pack this or to pack that when I'm going away for work, I know it's not because he um, thinks I'm going to forget or whatever. He's in his mind, he's being helpful because he's detailed oriented. Hi, Kelly or Pat. I don't know what you go by. I think I would call you Pat, but maybe you go by Kelly now. Anyways, um, so yeah, the reading books can really change something in your life. And so I'm going to reiterate what I said. It's not just reading books, it's becoming, hi Doug, becoming a lifelong learner is what's going to change your life, and digging in. Um, that that really helped actually my husband and I, our relationship, because my perception changed. Because Jim Rohn, he says, in order for things to change, you have to change. Hi Shirley. Hey guys, don't forget, throw in the comments where you're from. I'd love to see where everybody's from. There's a couple there. I'm not sure where you are anymore. Anyways, so in order for things to change, you have to change. And I wasn't even expecting that when I read that Personality Plus, that something changed in me, my perspective on how I saw my husband. And, I knew his personality was a certain way, but at the time, don't tell him, it kind of annoyed me. And I was like, oh man, like, why does he always got to remind me? Like, I know this, I know that. Like, why does he got to remind me these things? And my perspective changed. I realized, hey, that's part of his personality, and it's because he cares. And then at the same time, I realized my personality is, um, I like to talk and have fun, and and that's actually something he enjoys about being with me. And then on the same time, I read about the personality, that they're the type of people that like to go do things. They are doers, and they don't understand the procrastinators like me, and can really, procrastinating type people can really frustrate those doers. But I read that in the book and I was like, oh, isn't that interesting? Now I know, when my one son used to say to me, Mom, you know what to do. I told you like 100 times, this is what you got to do. I don't know why you don't do it. It's like, now I know why it frustrates you. So reading books can really change, courses, seminars, stuff like that. Really phenomenal to, if you want to change something, in order for things to change, you have to change. So guys, that is my tip for you. The one thing, be a lifelong learner, and dig in. And if you're into, want to get into doing some of that stuff, just kind of browse a topic and pick something that seems to interest you, and then go from there. Because then once you're done kind of reading that book or taking that course, something else may come up, and just continually, have something on the table. They say read 15 minutes a day, it'll make a big difference in your life. And I heard the cats meowing. You guys stop that. Anyways, thanks again, everybody, for jumping on. I really appreciate it. If you are coming on later, make sure you put into the comments replay, so I can catch your comments and I can come back and comment myself. If you have a question, want to know a book recommendation, whatever. So thanks again, guys, for jumping on. Hi, Amy. I wave at all you guys. I'm just wrapping up. I'm waving at everybody. There we go. Anyways, thanks for jumping on, guys.